do an update on the David situation. Let's get it started.
Mike, and in this whole video we are going to look at a story that is it's about as wild
Still ongoing.
as they come. It's an ongoing story, and it involves a singer, a car, and a dismembered body. There's a fella named David, a popular singer, took off on TikTok.
What's crazy is I hadn't heard about him until that whole mess came out. I did hear some of his songs on TikTok. They were like blowing up.
This great wave of popularity.
And I kind of seen him on Jason the Ween stream and all that. Kind of seen him like blowing up off of FaZe, and FaZe would hang out with them a lot and all that. And then Kai would,
like in a lot of
all
cases,
these people,
a horrifying discovery was made. A young teen,
until the situation came out, you know.
Parts of her. As I said, this is an ongoing case, so there's like, count them, folks. There's going to be a lot of allegedlys and apparentlys and the yada yada yada. But it's wild enough.
Yada yada yada.
So far,
Rada.
We're gonna go through it all. We're gonna go through it all. But before we do, please subscribe to see new stories for the dark every.
All right, man.
On September, a lot of reasons to be there unless you gotta. And on September 8th, 2025, Los Angeles Police Department officers, they gotta. See, there lies Hollywood Tow, which is a towing. I mean, it's sort of exactly what it says on the tin. So no great explanation there. By the way, it's just across the road from what says on Google Maps.
Sony
it's a
Music.
government grey site. I know what a black site is. Isn't that when the government like kidnaps people? So what the hell is a grey site? Moving on. That Monday, September 8th, 2025, employees at Hollywood Tow, they called the police. They had many vehicles, which they had impounded for one reason or another. But a 2023 Tesla Y, which they had towed in a few days previous, had this awful smell emanating from it, and it was attracting flies and all sorts of vermin. The car had been impounded a few days previous. As a resident on a street in Hollywood Hills, they had noticed this Tesla parked on their street for, well, close to a month, if you can believe such a thing. And the thing wasn't moving, right?
Being a
Get
month?
the hell out of there. The Tesla, it had Texas plates, so everybody was assuming somebody had driven it here and just, abandoned, or maybe it was stolen. Lord. Of course, though, the police arriving this day would soon discover why. Investigating the car, they opened up the front trunk, and inside was a bag. Opening up that bag, surrounded by flies and a smell stronger than ever.
And the crazy part is, they were trying to say that that girl died from natural causes. So you just die naturally, and you end up in the back of a Tesla truck, or in front of the Tesla car, and your body just ends up being chopped up after you die naturally.
Was a decomposing
Because when they first released the news, they said that it was a decomposed body, and it had been chopped up. And the police were trying to backtrack and say, "Oh, the body wasn't chopped up." But you had already released that information, you dumbasses. It was known that the body was chopped up. So I don't get why the police were trying. And then they backtracked and said, "No, yeah, the body was chopped up. But what we're trying to say is, she had died already before she got chopped up." Well, no shit. That's why she got chopped up, you fucking idiots. They're trying to say, "Oh, she died from natural causes, and then she got chopped up." Huh? So you just die naturally, and then they chop you up? I ain't never heard of that. The fuck?
Body.
That's great. Yo, LAPD got to do a better job. Come on, bro. So you just die naturally, and then they chop you up after? You're stupid.
It was in such a state that it was impossible
Fucking
to
stupid.
tell anything about who this
And they were
was.
trying to say she overdosed. Okay, and even if she did overdose, why did she end up being chopped up?
Or even how much of a person this was.
Yo,
As horrifying a discovery as you'll ever find.
seems like they're trying to cover it up for David. I don't know. To me, for me, it was sort of looking like, and the fact that David hasn't even been arrested. Had it been anybody else, had it been like a regular civilian, and they pull you over, you got a body in the back of your car, bro, you're getting arrested that same day. Or say, I leave my car somewhere out on the freeway and they find a body and it's registered in my name. No shit, I'm gonna get arrested, bro. Bro, this is sickening to me. Like, the fact that this dude's not behind bars while they're doing the investigation, but he's out there doing what he's doing. That shit is like, come on, bro. Some bullshit. See how unfair life is when you got money and you got status.
As horrific
shit's crazy. You can get away with anything.
Yeah, that worker can't believe it.
Anything. And it's proven right here. You can literally get away with sleeping with an underage girl, killing her, and you can get away with it. As long as you're famous and you have money. Shit's crazy. Shit's crazy.
Gruesome discovery on the second floor of this.
You could even traffic people from state to state, regardless of their age, as long as you have money. The most they're going to do is 4 years. But had it been like any civilian with no money, 20 years to life. You're fucking sick. Why would you even give that person any type of media? Well, but since it's, it's Diddy or it's, it's these powerful people. Oh, man, who cares, man? They did a mistake. Who cares? Who cares? That shit is sickening to me, bro. This world is backwards, bro. You got law-abiding citizens can't even afford a meal, but people who fucking do the craziest shit can afford the most ridiculous amount. You got OF girls selling their fucking backside, buying Ferraris, buying houses, and you got law-abiding citizens can't even afford a fucking meal. How does that make any sense in this world, bro? Like, this world, bro. This world does not make sense. Because he's a famous singer and he's a famous rapper. It doesn't matter if that girl was underage and they have pictures, they have videos with them together. It doesn't matter. Because he's a famous rapper, so they're not going to arrest him yet. What?
Look at the black Tesla where a body was found Monday stuffed in the car's trunk.
I don't know, it's pretty shocking.
This world, dog.
So it's a
this world is crazy, dog. This world is crazy. Like, this shit is crazy, dog.
Co-workers at Hollywood Tow.
I don't mean to laugh at this, but it's just like, man.
After noticing
a body in a car and he's not arrested.
A strong smell coming from the car.
Shit's crazy.
Then finding the victim's body wrapped.
There's probably even videos. He's still not arrested.
In a bag of trash inside the Tesla's trunk.
Shit's crazy.
Fox 11 is learning the car was towed in from Hollywood
give a
Hills
fuck.
last week after someone reported it as
the only reason they give a fuck is because there's so much media and this guy has so much status. LAPD would not give not one fucks if this person wasn't famous. I promise you.
Port of call to try and discover
that shit is
all
sick.
This about was to run the
what
plates
the fuck?
of the Tesla this dismembered body had been found in. And running those plates, it linked back
just fucking,
to a
bro,
David
like, just,
Anthony Burke. And, your first thought, is that him? Have we found David Anthony Burke? Murdered and dumped in his own car, perchance, you say. Perchance, no.
And I'm not trying to say his friends knew, but come on, bro. His friends just somehow didn't know he was hanging out with a minor. Y'all, what
David
the
Anthony
fuck?
Burke was better known under a different name, if you can believe
No,
that.
man,
it was
no,
D4vd, David is what he went by. And the very same day his Tesla was found, he was performing a sold-out concert in Minneapolis. Turns out he was this crazy, popular, mad shit lad on tour. At the time of the body being found in his car, David was on tour, his Withered tour.
Bro, it's like you gotta be a fucking asshole. You gotta be a dick to make it anywhere in life. That shit is crazy.
The tour was that it was a funeral.
You gotta be like the biggest asshole. You gotta be the greediest motherfucker in life to make it anywhere in life. That shit is crazy.
That sort of thing.
You gotta be the... Whoa, that shit is...
The funeral was for David's alter ego named of Itami. Itami means pain, ow, in Japanese.
And you gotta like underage women to fucking make it anywhere in life, bro. What the fuck?
This, like,
what the fuck?
Covered in
nah,
blood,
man.
Which is like, wow. Be fucking mad if there was a dismembered body found
it's like
in
the
this car.
The only way you go viral is if you say the most outlandish shit.
Alter ego's funeral. Though it would turn out that the funeral was actually for his career.
Yeah, everything that's happened in the past 18 months, it's been absolutely bonkers.
David, 20 years old, born in New York but grew up in Houston, was sorta always online. He first, before becoming a singer, was a Fortnite YouTuber. He did that for years before starting on TikTok. And
like, that's not weird.
Singing career just exploded. His dream was initially to be a professional Fortnite player, starting that back in 2017. But he would say in interviews that the music he used in his videos would always get copyright striked. He would use like Justin Bieber and Jay-Z in his videos to try and make them more popular. That worked for a while, till the music industry stepped in, whipped out their knob, and started battering anybody who used their music without daddy getting a taste.
And the backstory on how I came to even making music in the first place was posting Fortnite videos on YouTube and then getting copyright strikes. So I put my Fortnite monsters up hoping to get discovered by the biggest gaming teams. I wanted to be a professional Fortnite player. And my videos always get copyright strike because the music I was using like SZA and like Justin Bieber, because like the music that you would use to get views was very mainstream, like pop and stuff like that, to feed the algorithm so you get more views. So it's kind of like I'm trying to upgrade my setup, trying to get better computer, better controllers, better keyboards. I can't get any of it because I'm not making money off YouTube anymore.
The story goes that he started then complaining to his mom about all his videos getting copyright striked, and she said, well, why don't you make up your own music? He did. He began to make his own music in Fortnite videos, and then sorta just began to focus fully on the music side. So he literally went into his sister's closet, because it had the best sound, and began recording music. From there was this meteoric rise. It began on TikTok using BandLab to make music, to now where he has almost 4 million followers.
In the back of my mind, yeah.
Your perfect domain is out there. Go to Wix and make it yours.
Right now, right. These walls seem to cave in on me when I
This was pretty incredible. Sure, David.
I mean, it is. I'm not gonna lie.
At the
I can't even lie. His songs. I'm not saying. You gotta sometimes you gotta separate the art. I don't listen to his music, but his songs are not that bad. His songs are not that bad.
time, and he actually got.
But I ain't listening to
fired
that shit.
because,
That's some
allegedly
weird
they
shit.
claimed he was overusing the employee.
But it is
discount, which
creative,
like,
very creative.
what's the point of the employee discount then? But it would become pretty clear that he didn't need to be making anybody their mocha frappuccinos with almond milk and 2 shots of vanilla anymore. He was done with that. He was good to go. His SoundCloud soon eclipsed his YouTube Fortnite videos.
Damn.
You know, the record labels, they started calling in. He and his parents would fly out to LA for meetings with
Damn.
all these various
That's dope.
executives. He eventually signed with one. It was wild. Even now, over 2 months since this whole story has started coming
He's still
out,
signed.
it's over 25 million listens
Damn.
on Spotify 8 months. In December 2021, he released his first song. And from there, the tours got bigger, the audience grew. It was
And the crazy part is, if this dude did a concert, some people would actually still show up. That's the crazy part right there.
How long after did they start?
David could literally do a concert right now, and people would still show up and support that dude and act like nothing's going on. Like he doesn't. I promise you, that shit is
Get, like,
sick.
tons of plays?
Yo, this world is crazy.
I think literally the next month. So I released these 2 songs in July. By August, it was, yeah,
Don't let it be a free show.
Every label's called.
every single one.
Every person's gonna be there,
And how old are you?
regardless of the situation.
I
They
was-
don't give a fuck.
I was 17.
That shit's real.
Yeah, 17.
Okay, so you're 17. You're living in the middle of nowhere.
Middle of nowhere.
You're uploading song. You're Alvin and the Chipmunks. You're a.
You got Benny Blanco interviewing him. Bro, go back to Lil
streamer and a
Dicky,
video
you little
game
weirdo.
Player, and you're like slowly. Are you realizing yet, like, where you're like, whoa, I could take this music shit kind of far?
That was when the music started doing more numbers in the video.
his biggest song, Romantic Homicide. Ooh,
Ooh,
and from the
uh-oh.
interviews, David seemed like a pretty cool guy. He was humble, he was artistic, he was pretty chill.
Dumbass. Bang.
His music, honestly, very good. And so his rise, people were delighted to see. But at the same time, he was still a kid. I mean, even now, he's only 20 years of age. And he went from being homeschooled.
That's
by his
crazy. He's only
mom
20.
in Houston, Texas. He went to regular school till high school. And then at high school, they took him out. Why? Lord knows. But he was homeschooled, he was listening to, gospel music. Then he went to being online famous to in real life IRL famous, performing these sold out concerts across the world. All of that.
It's pretty cool.
Over the course of 3 years. Like that's quite a rise to fame. And definitely
Damn, in
like, one of
3
those
years?
things-
What? No, that's crazy.
How does that not make you a crazy person? To being homeschooled by
Nah,
your
yeah.
mom, being sort of disconnected from your peers and classmates, to suddenly living in Hollywood, surrounded by all these yes men who kiss your ass all day. That's gotta like mess anybody up. But his popularity was just, he was killing it, right? He had his alter ego, all of this artistic expression, all this blood and death. Then in 2025, he's on the Withered tour. Withered that was his debut album. The tour began in August 2025, all based around funeral teams of death.
Yo, that was kind of. I mean, I guess I just don't ever understand when. You know what? Maybe X would do that shit. Never mind.
then,
X probably would do
One
that.
month
End up
after
doing that
his
type
tour
shit.
began,
We begin with that breaking news. Details after a body was
But
found
X will never do
inside a
this.
car at a Hollywood
That's for
tow
damn
lot
sure.
today. There's no immediate information about the identity of the person found inside.
he was linked to an actual death.
Is registered in Hempstead, Texas to multi.
Now those concerts hit a little different now, huh? With the body, with the casket, those concerts hit way different. You're like, what the fuck? Start to think about that shit. You're like, nah.
Jimmy Kimmel Live in 2023. The grim discovery was made after nearby residents complained about a foul odor.
Oh.
Police say the impounded car had been at that lot property on North Mansfield Avenue for a couple of days now.
The story today is about a guy who became famous online, then in real life, and then some very, very strange things started happening. And some very strange things can happen on the internet that can have real world consequences. Every time you use the internet, whether it's on your phone
Oh
or
no,
computer,
here we go with
your
an ad.
IP address is logged.
Respectfully, Mike, come on.
So that your NordVPN, you can
You know you're making enough money, bro. Come on. Quit capping. You don't need a sponsor.
leaked and stop better send my deal.com/NordVPN for came out.
Alright, here we
Came
go.
out about a dismembered body being found in David's Tesla. Well, people immediately dived through all of the videos, TikToks, lyrics he's released over the years, many of which had violent themes. So they were like, huh? See this? See this?
Awkward.
But I mean, a lot of artists have violent themes and shit like that, so it's not unusual, really. When David was linked to the dismembered body found in a car registered to him, he immediately cancelled everything.
No, he didn't. He didn't immediately cancel everything, bro. They made him cancel it. They made him. He was still performing. I think he even performed literally the next day. I think he had a scheduled concert the next day, but they made him cancel it. He didn't want to cancel it. I promise you, he didn't want to cancel it. They made him. His
The
team.
release of the
There's
deluxe
no way.
edition of his album. And so far, he has not said anything at all.
Well, what is he gonna say?
Early on, the
I think he said
investigators would say
6'7"
he
or
was
some bullshit.
cooperating fully.
It was
But the
weird.
investigation was only kicking off. Where his Tesla had been abandoned, it was less than half a mile from his rental property where he was living in the Hollywood Hills. And I say rental property, I mean mansion because, of course. Now, it was strange because
Did he
that car
forget or
had
something?
not been reported stolen or anything like that. It was just sort of abandoned on this random street a half mile from his house. And you gotta think that, well, you gotta presume that eventually it's gonna be towed, right? And when it does get towed, it will be linked via the license plate to David. And there's a dismembered body in the front trunk of that car the entire time. Having said all that, David was on tour for the last month or so before the body
See?
was found, primarily on the East Coast. And he's performing almost every day, or every 2 days.
Told you.
Orlando, Atlanta, Charlotte, New York, Philly, Cleveland, Boston, Toronto. The car had been left there for 2 to 3 weeks, so
He
it's
was still
unlikely
performing.
that he was the one who left it there. Though technically possible that he did.
No,
The
it is
medical
possible.
examiner would later identify the
possible.
remains found in the Tesla as a female. And it would be over a week before she was given a name. Celeste Rivas.
Everybody
Hernandez.
already knew though.
She
Everybody
was
knew.
14 years old. Now, a lot of news reports would list her as 15 years of age. Weirdly, she turned 15 the day before her body was found, and it's believed she was killed
Nah,
quite a
people
long
are
time
weird.
before her body was found. And you don't still age when you're dead. But it was incredibly tragic. Like, this 14-year-old girl found this child found dismembered in a.
I have people trying to correct me that she was 15. Bro, she died when she was 14, though. So, all the pictures when she was with David, she was either 14 or 13. Now that's crazy. That's the crazy part. And then you got people saying, I couldn't tell. How could I tell that she was 13 or 14? Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. FBI, what the fuck? How could I tell she was 13 or... Bro. Nah. You could tell.
Celeste was from
You
Lake
could
El-
tell, bro. You could tell a little... And the way they talk. Little girls talk just so differently from mature girls, dude. Bro. Little girls talk like they want to be mature. Mature girls talk like they don't give a fuck. Like they're just girls.
Elsinore,
That shit's crazy to me.
Los Angeles. And from reports,
And look at this little girl. Ain't no way. This girl looks like a little ass girl. She looks like she's 10 years older than me. What the fuck?
had a history
Wearing Gap and Vans, bro. I ain't wear Gap since I was like in middle school. She's wearing Gap and Vans.
from home.
The Vans are okay, but Gap and Vans, the both combo tells me that, yeah,
Now, why
she's
she
a
ran
kid.
away from home so often is unclear. Did she have good reason to? We don't know. In 2024, 3 times Celeste was reported missing to the police in February, in March, before the final time in April.
I ain't trying to diss anybody that wears Gap. It's just Gap is a little kid's brand. Let's be 100. Unless you wear Gap pants, then I can see. But like, come on,
2024.
a Gap shirt, bro. A Gap shirt. What you doing wearing a Gap shirt? Come on, bro.
Was that April 2024?
You're not
Run away,
14. You're not
she
13.
never returned from. She reportedly
on, bro.
called her family back in Lake Elsinore in May 2024, saying, I guess she was fine, don't come looking for me, but she never went home again till, then what, a year and a half later, she's found dismembered in a Tesla. Like, the news reports listing her as 15 years of age feels like some dumb shit where they're trying to make it sound like she is older than she is. She was 14.
I know
She was a child.
people are trying to like make it seem like she was old. Oh, she was 15. Like that makes it any better. Like what the fuck? Nah, bro, what the fuck? People are like, nah, but she was 15. Okay, that's still a minor. Nah, but like, yeah, but she was 15 and nobody knew. So you're telling me when she was like 13, maybe like 12 or 14, y'all didn't know that? There's no way. There's no way.
And
There's
this
no
is where
way.
things get even more
There's no way.
crazy. Allegedly, when she went missing.
And then you got streamers saying, oh yeah, we seen her, but I didn't know she was 13. I didn't know. We never talked to her. I'm like trying to do the math here, bro, but the math ain't mathing. I'm like, what the fuck? There's no way, bro. There's no way. There's like no way. I'm
April
like,
2024. She was dating.
and then you people want to excuse these type of shit. Y'all are the ones that want to excuse them. Oh, it's okay. They were just, doing collabs. We didn't know, yada, yada. They have a song together. They have like 4 videos together, 2 streams together. Oh, yeah, they were just collabing, but they didn't know. They go to parties together. They hang out. They do all this shit. Oh, yeah, but they weren't friends. They had nothing to do with it. They had no knowledge. They probably didn't even see her. They got pictures of them at the same parties together. Nah. Nah. No, bro, no. And that's y'all favorite streamers.
Name is David. She was 13
Shit's crazy.
years of age when she disappeared.
Shit's crazy.
And so if that is indeed D4vd,
Like I said, the world is backwards.
fuck this guy. Now, while there's reports of her family trying to find her, reporting her missing to the police, putting up missing person flyers, asking local businesses.
The
for
date of birth is crazy. She was born in 2010. What the fuck?
CCTV.
Nah.
There's also alleged reports that her family knew.
That's crazy to me seeing that, bro.
Where
When I was
she
no,
was
no,
and
no, no,
who
no,
she
no,
was
no,
with,
no, no, no,
80
no,
miles
no,
away
no,
in
no.
Los Angeles.
There
And
ain't no
also,
way. No, no,
allegedly,
no, no,
with a
no.
capital A.
No, 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 no. She was born in 2010. Y'all didn't know that she was on. No, 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 no.
Asking local businesses for CCTV. There's also
Look at that little
alleged reports
girl.
that her family knew where she was.
And no shit, she was a runaway. I mean, she was running away with David. David's literally a fucking becoming a pop star. No shit, she's gonna run away. No fucking duh. But they want to excuse him, blaming her. I mean, yeah, that's her fault for running away. Mind you, she was probably like 12, 11, 13 when she probably like got to know David. The power dynamic. He's rich and famous. Everybody sees this guy as a god, basically. He can do no wrong. He's about a headline for Coachella. Like, come on, bro. The power dynamic is... And then people are trying to say, oh, I mean, that's her fault for running away. I mean, the parents should have done a better job. Mind you, parents are living on a barely livable wage. I seen brothers still living at home. Her brother. Do you realize nah, bro. Nah, bro. Shit's correct. Just exactly what did he?
And
Y'all want to say
she was
Cassie's
with,
fault.
80 miles away in...
How's it Cassie's fault when there was a crazy power dynamic? My guy's an icon. He owns Bad Boy Records. He owns almost half the music industry. Everybody sees Diddy as this like crazy, like great guy. Oh, but it's Cassie's fault for signing that contract. That's her fault. Oh yeah, that's that little girl's fault.
Los Angeles. And also, allegedly, with a capital A, some of her friends back in Lake Elsinore knew exactly who she was with and were extorting David. Extorting him for money in exchange for keeping the whole thing quiet. However, police did not say that David and this victim were dating, but internet investigators, they did find that Celeste and David had the same tattoo, this tattoo on the right index finger. Is the secret that you're grooming a minor and neither of you want anybody to know you're in a relationship together? People would say lots of celebrities have that too, it's pretty common, but
Well, duh, a lot of celebrities were groomed. Let's be one, allegedly. Let's be 100. Rihanna, Aaliyah, who else? Beyonce. Bro, Nicki, bro, in this industry, in the music industry, to get anywhere, you gotta be willing to do anything. Anything. In the music industry, bro. You gotta be willing to go all out. All out. Balls in. Balls deep. Raw dog. No matter what. That shit's crazy.
Celeste and David, a video research.
How you think Diddy got
appearing
famous?
to show them streaming together on Twitch.
Saying too much. I'm saying too much.
Wait. Oh, look it. Answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer
Which
that.
one? What's good, David? Big family.
Just so you're telling me that girl looked like an 18-year-old girl? There's no way, dog.
Mitochondria?
I gotta stop with him if you...
And the people who were protecting this guy, all you fans that were, dude, you guys are sick, dog. What the fuck? The fact that some of these people knew that he was dating a minor and did not say nothing because they liked his music. Nah, y'all sick.
I media trained you.
Bro, she looks so young. Nah.
It's controversial.
And then she's just trying to like make herself look older.
Really good.
Okay,
It's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah. Oh my. Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes.
This was in January 2024, so when Celeste was running away from home. Again, 13 years of age. Discord screenshots.
That's what I'm saying. She was 13. So, imagine the age she met David at. She was like, what, 12 or 11? Nah. And nobody knew.
released of David talking
Nobody knew she was a 12-year-old girl or a potentially
Celeste, asking for a Celeste. Photos would surface of David in Lake Elsinore. Now, what the hell else would you be doing out there? That's 80 miles from where the Tesla.
And the people that were getting paid off, y'all sick, bro. What the fuck?
Song,
Why won't you say anything?
On her birthday, September 7th, 2022. Her 12th birthday. He would post TikToks sneakily referencing her.
And then, like, this dude would post, like, Hello Kitty, and she, like, loved Hello Kitty, that little girl. Obviously, she's a little girl. It's, like, weird to me. See what I'm saying?
She was at his concerts, backstage, all of that. Also, again, allegedly, David had an unreleased song with lyrics about a girl named Celeste. Wow, what are the odds of that one? Small world, huh? Yeah, the lyrics go like this. Oh, Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest. Smell her on my clothes like cigarettes. I hear her voice each time I take a breath. I'm obsessed. Oh, Celeste. Afraid you'll only love me when undressed, but you look so damn gorgeous in that dress. Missing you so much makes me depressed. It's lyrics about a 13-year-old girl. Yeah, makes Lolita look like a perfectly normal relationship.
But I'm not done yet.
And sure, fuck it, why not? Let's keep going. There is this theory called the invisible string theory, also called the red string of fate, that David was a mega fan of this theory. Now, what the invisible string of fate
is that?
About, it's this East Asian concept, kind of spiritual idea about people being destined to be together, people being, meant to be together, tied together by,
nobody is meant, respectfully, nobody's meant to be together, but when you find a person that you're willing to, like, withstand, because nobody is meant to be together. There's nobody, but if you find somebody that you can withstand, there you go, bro. That's your girl. You feel me? Like, you gotta find somebody that whenever they make you mad, you can, like, be like, you know what, it's all good, gotta get over it, you know, because not everybody's meant to be together. It's being able to work together. That's the real challenge of finding.
It's very woo-woo, sort of eye-rolly, but our boy Dave, mad into it. He really believed that, you're destined.
Because nobody's destined to be together. Nobody's like, it's not like that. It's not like the movies, y'all.
You were always
nothing like the movies.
No matter what. Fate. It's all about fate. On his debut album,
no such thing as fate. There's no such thing as fate. There's only such thing as being in the right place at the right time. That's it. There's no such thing as fate. No such thing. I promise. There's no such thing. You got to be at the right time at the right moment, or you got to either be at that time, like, you gotta. No, there's no such thing as fate, bro. No such thing. I'm sorry.
String theory.
Unfortunately, sad
concept. The song is it's a conversation David is having.
Unless, like, you're a nepo baby, and fate has it where you're obviously going to be the boss of a certain company because that's your fate. Like, okay, then I get that. But I don't know. There's no such thing as fate unless you're rich.
Maybe Celeste and this woman is explaining.
Because if you're broke, bro, and you live minimum wage, bro, you there's no way in hell, like, there's no fate for you, bro. Your life is like this the whole time.
Given all that is happening.
But if you're rich, your life is like this, just straight like that. Straight line.
Such a big believer in the theory
since we're broke, life's always gonna go like this for everybody.
About a woman explaining
you're gonna move places, you're gonna lose jobs, you're gonna break cars, you're gonna do all kinds of dumb shit.
And Celeste were such big believers in this theory that they were destined to be together, tied together forever, that maybe they could convince themselves that, oh hey, her being a child, this sort of, the red string of fate sort of overrides that, so we don't need to worry about her being underage. That's why she would run away from home, that it was them against the world. So I guess sort of maybe that made it
better.
Okay. Their minds.
Bro, people are just trying to excuse weird behavior with fate and trying to excuse weird behavior with, we're meant to be together. No, bro.
please.
You're not
Now,
meant
keep
to be
going
with the
this,
fucking
there is a
14-year-old
website
girl.
called
There's no way.
Unsent
There's
Letter
no way in
Project,
this
where people just
lifetime that
write
you
these
should
short
that
little
should happen. It
letters
could occur.
that are meant
And
for-
even if you were meant to be together, that should not happen. No. I don't give a fuck if you're meant to be together. Society says no. That's wrong, bro. You're 20 and you're no.
or former friends.
No,
former
like
lovers, and
no, my
it's,
guy.
very
And Matt, like I don't care whatever she's telling you. No,
romantic and sort of high school.
if she ain't above 18, no, no, bro. Because even 17, bro, you're risking it. Maybe if she's 17 and her birthday's like in like a month, and you're in your like 20, you're like 2019. All right, maybe. But that's even risking it then, bro. That's
February
risking
23rd,
it, bro. Don't don't do that.
2025, There was a letter written titled
Don't do that.
Celeste.
Do not
now,
do
David
that.
would have been aware of the
That's like the
website
one
Unsent
thing you should not do,
Letter
bro.
Project, because it had been posted to his Discord.
That's
earlier.
sick.
And the letter to Celeste.
There's
it goes
too many
something
girls out here.
like
There's
this.
too many girls,
You will
bro.
forever be the one.
There's so
that
many
got
girls in this
away.
life.
I hope
There's
the-
so many girls in this life. There's girls in Texas. There's girls in London. There's girls in fucking Brazil, Dubai, fucking Indonesia, Manchester. Bro, there's girls. So many girls in this world. Like there's so many. And not to be weird, but I promise you, there's a girl that looks just like Celeste that's probably in her 20s, old enough to date. But this guy wants to go for minor. That's weird to me, bro.
Invisible string theory.
If you like that girl so much, just go for her. But someone that looks like her, but that's old enough, what the fuck? That's weird, bro. That's weird though. What I'm saying is going after a girl that's a minor and you want to go. That's even weird too.
For us. Now we will get into it later, but
I'll
it is
never
very
understand this
possible
type of behavior.
that Celeste could have
Like,
been dead
what?
by the time that letter
And not even to be weirder. You know, I ain't even gonna say that.
was written.
I ain't
Now
gonna say
again,
it.
we don't
I
know if
ain't gonna
David
say it.
wrote
I ain't
that.
gonna say it,
Could have been
but
anybody, right? But
you're into that
when it
type of
was
shit, bro. You
posted,
gotta like
which could have been
at least go for 18-year-olds. What the fuck, bro?
around when
Come
Celeste
on.
died. It's titled
I'll
Celeste,
never
and it
get how people are
references David's
into like
obsession
little kids.
with the invisible
That's
string theory.
so sick. Like, what?
And here is a video of him explaining the invisible string theory in.
They're like
an
minds don't
interview.
even
This was
think the
2
same,
months
bro. We don't
after
like.
that unsent
It's
letter
just
from
crazy to me. What the
letter.
fuck?
He's explaining the song Invisible String
The
Theory.
things you
which
guys
is
like,
also
you don't like.
With this
Like,
interlude, it's
what?
kinda like telling my view on what the invisible string theory is, or the
That shit is
Starlight string and
crazy.
Whatever. This is so many different names.
Is that
for
like
it.
that? Is it also connected to like the
And the
Dr.
fact
Luke?
that girl is 11 and she was probably pooping in her pants a couple years before. That shit's crazy.
That's
She
Yes,
barely
she's
learned how to
lying
potty
or
train. She
I'm
barely got
confused.
her little dot. Nah.
Which is representative of the invisible string
I'll never
theory.
understand that,
The
bro.
entire
Those little
project
girls
is
are
that
barely
everybody feels
potty
connected,
trained, and you
everybody
want to be
feels
doing all this
have a
crazy
through
shit.
line that
Nah,
everybody can
man,
understand. And with
nah.
the interlude, it's kind of explaining.
That's crazy to
from
me,
My
bro.
perspective.
Cause I promise you, I was still sometimes shitting my pants at 8 years old.
how it was
I'm
taught
not
to me, 'cause
playing.
That's a real conversation that happened. And the irony of it was that person that was saying, I love you.
I would
was
shit my pants at 8 years old, 7 years old, 6 years old. Sometimes it would be a fire. I wouldn't know. We've all done it.
Anymore. So it's like, people say that the
So I'm
string
like,
can't be
what?
cut and the connection
This
cannot
girl
be severed,
barely learned how to
but I feel
was
like it
barely
can
potty
sometimes.
trained,
And that's
and you
why
want to be
when
sticking your
Afterlife,
no.
all these songs
That's
that feel like
sick.
endings and
Blech.
conclusions and goodbyes on the project.
Respectfully,
Yikes,
y'all.
big yikes, folks.
Respectfully.
That is, he cut the string. It's all about endings. Death. Not looking good for you, pal. And then, just to cap this sort of section off, there was a comment posted in reply to one of his TikTok videos. The comment was posted back in 2024. And this comment, posted on one of his little videos, it's sort of
So weird to me.
Sort of hard. You have to really
Y'all
read
excuse it
between
though.
the lines
That's why
as to
people do
what
that
this
shit.
person means.
Because people
when they
excuse
wrote
that type
this.
of
Now,
behavior,
let
trying
me
to
just
say,
bring it
"Oh,
up.
I mean, like, that's all right.
See,
Who cares? I
see
mean,
if
who
we can
cares? That's
decode
she asked
this.
for that."
Waiting for LAPD
How does she
to get
ask
your ass
to
for
be-
messing
Yeah, I
with a
know.
13-year-old girl? Wonder what that means. And that's just half of the creepy links between the two.
People knew.
Then even more.
See,
wonder
look
what
at that
means.
picture,
And
bro.
that's just
She
half-
looks so
half
young
of the
right
creepy
here.
links between the two.
She looks too young right here. What the fuck? Nah, this looks No.
Then even more stuff came
That
out.
looks like your older brother or some
allegedly.
shit.
Okay, so like this part of the story is still pretty unclear. But on Instagram, David only followed like a handful of people. One of those handful of people
It was
an account
Celeste.
named It's Matthew Tree. And Celeste, she had a brother named Matt Reeves. So this Matt that David followed, and the account was like completely blank, so people were pretty suspicious about who this account was. They began DMing him, basically saying, hey, David was allegedly dating this girl who was found dismembered in his car. She had a brother named Matt.
Are you him?
That Matt? He then started to reply. More of the story started coming out.
He said yes.
Just to be clear, it's not, confirmed that this is actually Celeste's brother, but the story went a little something like what I'm about to read out for you. This entire conversation was posted
All right,
by an
let's
account
see.
called
Dude, why does David follow you? All respect to your sister, and I hate how shitty people are being. Was it really him? Jesus, all love, man. Yeah, it was him because he found my account out of nowhere and followed me. What the fuck? Well, he has it coming. That's wild. Just randomly. Did you even ever talk to him? I met him once in person.
Dude, why does David follow you? All respect to your sister, and I hate how shitty people are being. Was it really him? Jesus.
Yeah, people are being shitty, bro. People are being assholes. They're trying to say that she asked for it, that she fucking, it's her fault for her.
Love, man. Yes, it was him. Because he found my
That's
account out of
sad.
nowhere.
Society
and
is sad.
Well, he had it coming. That's wild, just randomly. Did you?
How does a minor ask for that? Bro, she's under
him? I met him once in person. Did you and your family know of your sister being with him? Like, was she?
She like
living
pisses
with
me
him?
off
All of
because it's
this
like
stuff is
this
so
world is so
confusing and
backwards,
disgusting.
bro.
I knew and went
This
to
shit
the
is
police
crazy
about
to
it,
me,
but
man.
Lack of
Sad.
evidence, so it was waved off. Bullshit. Now there's 1,000 people backing you up. That won't happen again. But if they had listened,
No, he was saying Diddy. Bullshit. That's how there's 1,000 people backing you up. That won't happen again. I knew and I went to the police about it, but lack of evidence was waved off.
Bullshit. Now there's 1,000 people backing you up. That won't happen again. But if they had listened, even then they don't do anything. They haven't done anything.
I told you.
towards him.
They haven't
That's how
done
it is with
shit.
Celebrities. Just look at fucking Diddy. They don't do shit.
Exactly.
I know it fucking sucks. Fucking crazy people suffer for it. How long has she been gone? Dead? 2 weeks. Which disputes what the medical examiner is saying. Damn, that's so soon. People have been saying like a month. The dude's a weirdo. His songs all have weird messages and images.
I know, his
What do you
song
think
is
happened?
weird.
Like he just didn't want her to expose him being with her? I don't know. Damn. Was your sister like in love with him and choosing to stay? I'm guessing it was all him just
No.
manipulating her. Yeah, she was always saying that he was waiting till she was 18 to get married and stuff like that. The medical examiner would later determine that Celeste had been dead, deceased for an extended amount of time before she was found. Like long before she turned 15 years of age. In fact, in some reports, it's...
Yeah, they were saying that she was dead like over a month.
that she may have been deceased like since the springtime. She was found in September. She may have been dead for months before
That's sad.
her dismembered body was found in the car.
What I'm like, if she was dead for months, how come we never like did anything with that vehicle? Like, that's what I'm like.
Was she?
Wouldn't you want to like? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he wasn't thinking.
Abandoned on a random street in the Hollywood Hills. So what the shit happened between when she?
Maybe he was just too
last
busy
reported
planning
missing
his tour and he
in
forgot that
April
he had
2024
that had happened or
to
something.
when she
I don't
died,
know.
possibly murdered. I mean, it's not like she
So
dismembered
weird.
herself, which
Exactly.
likely happened sometime in the spring or summertime of 2025. And I mean,
I'm thinking like I'm thinking she overdosed by herself in that vehicle. David ends up finding her OD'd, and David's like, "Fuck, I'm gonna get in trouble because she's underage. I have all kinds of pictures with her, and she's with me, and obviously she's been last person seen with her is me. So they're gonna think I did something." So he chops her up, puts her in the front of the Tesla, forgets about it because he has to schedule his tour. And he just ends up forgetting all about it. That's the thing what happened.
as all of this was
Allegedly.
coming out at the time in September,
Because, like,
online people
how
were
do you
trying to
forget
blame
that you
everybody
have a body in the
except
vehicle?
The guy who owned the car.
Respectfully. And I repeated her.
When it comes to ideas for your bath project, you have options within options at Floor & Decor.
I haven't been to the grocery store in months because this delivery service offers hundreds of high quality.
Because that's not something you forget about. I mean, I'm not forgetting that I have a body in the car unless, like, I have something major going on. And obviously, David had something major going on, which was the tour. His tour was coming up. So he had to plan that. And he probably just forgot about it. And he was like, fuck. And the car ends up getting towed. I mean, he's rich, so he really doesn't really need to be using that car.
The victim. No way it could have been him. It must have been a friend, an accomplice, his manager, maybe. One of them did it. And maybe
they were for sure accomplices. David is not doing this all by himself. His manager for sure knew he was dating a minor. His manager knew that she died. His manager knew, allegedly. Remember, allegedly. I believe he knew. How are you not going to know you're around David 24/7? You live with David. You literally plan everything for him. But you just didn't know he was hanging out with the minor the whole time. Great. There's even pictures of this girl at his concerts. So you just didn't know she was at the concert, but David would always be with her, even though you drive around with David, you sit with David, you talk to David, but you didn't know. How does nobody know anything?
The previous month, but he sure
Like,
as shit
what?
could have been around when
She's
she
crazy.
died. After
But
Celeste's
nobody knows anything, but everybody was around when everything was going on. But nobody knows anything.
was found, the family launched a
I don't get
GoFundMe
that.
to help with
How does that
costs
make
and
any
stuff
sense?
like that. As many of you know, Celeste Rivas Hernandez has been identified as the body found last week. She was a beloved daughter, sister, cousin, and friend. Her family is heartbroken and devastated by this tragic loss. Any funds you are able to donate are greatly appreciated. It's disgusting, like, even without the dead body, possible murder, that you gotta imagine, like, a popular guy like David, he's gonna be surrounded with some kind of entourage. All the parasites that...
That's what I said! That's what I said! I said, he's gotta be surrounded by people. Bro, he's famous. There's all these people around. You got his manager with him. You got his PR manager with him. You got his fucking friend, his other friend, his little butt, like, bro. And nobody knew. And nobody knew that he was hanging out with the minor.
come out of the woodwork as soon as they, smell money. So he would have all of these agents, managers, and all that. And some of them must have known something. Especially...
That's what I'm saying, bro. Somebody must have known something. Or had an idea that this dude is doing something with minors. Because there's no way. Dude, there's too many eyes on you, dog. There's way too many eyes on you at that position.
If she had been dead as long as she liked...
You could pretend to say, I didn't know. I mean, I seen David with her, but I didn't know she was 18. Yeah, you could pretend to say that. You can pretend, but let's be honest. They don't. And they don't want to say they know anything, because if they did, bro, they're literally going to look so bad. Because there's no way that girl looks 18.
13-year-old,
and we all know that.
Likely earlier than 13, as he references her before she even
you see?
turned 13.
You see?
Like, it's insane.
You see? So he probably met her when he was like 10 or 11.
Nobody said anything about... Yeah, by the way, this popular singer, he's...
And the crazy part is he probably met her on Fortnite.
A predator. I mean, this is the same
Allegedly.
sort of shit you see all the time with all these Hollywood people doing sick shit behind the scenes. It's
or
just
Roblox. She probably met him on Roblox.
Gross. Now, David's manager, Josh Marshall, would claim he had no idea about Celeste, had no idea his client was dating an underage and reported missing by her family child. There was also, allegedly, an email sent to him back in 2024 from adults in Celeste's life. Her family. They were emailing his manager saying, please help us. Maybe our daughter is a child. Maybe, what is this, the Rolling Stones in the 70s? He denied getting an email. A neighbor, though, of the house in the Hollywood Hills would
of course
say
he denied it.
David and Celeste all the time.
Huh, even the neighbor saying that, oh, I seen David and the manager and that little girl all the time. I thought they were brother and sisters. But the manager, I had nothing to do with it. I did not know nothing. Like, bro, like, I'm trying to do the math here, but the math ain't mathing. And the sickening part is these people are probably gonna get away with it.
Always hanging it together.
That's
He was
the
probably
sick
living in
part.
the house with him, but the neighbor, he thought she was. He didn't realize she was so young. He thought she was like 19 years old, like a student at US.
You see?
Or something.
Tonight, law enforcement sources say the LAPD spent hours searching the Hollywood Hills home of star singer David. Detectives removing multiple items from the home overnight, including a computer. Police say
He's
the Tesla
fucked.
had been abandoned.
I don't
not
know
far
why it's
from there.
taking so long, though.
Authorities urgently looking for clues.
LAPD, do your fucking job, bro.
Celeste
You get me mad. What
In the
the
meanwhile,
fuck? Had it been anybody regular, bro, they would have been arrested that
A search
fucking
of
day.
David's rental
Some
house
bullshit.
was done, and some items of evidence, including his computer, were seized. It hasn't been released, however, what exactly. They had been in there for almost 12
Had there
hours.
even been blood in a vehicle registered to my name and they found it out in LA, I'm getting arrested. There's not no, oh, wait, well, we're going to conduct the investigation. Bro, if there's blood in, like, if they found all kinds of blood in a vehicle, but no body, I'm still getting arrested. Because I'm broke. Because I'm Mexican. Because I'm, well, actually, no. But just because I'm broke. But because it's David and he has this almost infinite amount of money to buy all these attorneys, you guys got to conduct the investigation. And then, yo, what?
And it was also reported that the LAPD had a special team in there with luminol looking for possible blood.
Bro, you got people getting arrested for DUIs, but this motherfucker doesn't get arrested for a body in the car. What?
On September 17th, David's parents' home in Houston, Texas was swatted.
You got people getting arrested for weed, but this guy gets a body in his car. You can't get arrested. Nope.
Okay, what's going on? Where are you at?
Shit makes no sense.
Oh, my address is...
Okay, what's going on?
I heard, some, gunshots.
Okay. How close to your residence were they?
They were, right outside my house, and I think someone's dead.
Okay, what's your name?
Say it again?
What's your name? Okay, and why do you believe that somebody's dead?
I don't know, I just heard, a loud scream, and there was, gunshots.
You want to tap the door? Wait for me, wait for me.
What was this?
I'm going to keep you covered.
Oh, when they went to go search his house or something, his Texas home.
Police say the Tesla had been abandoned not far from there.
This morning, authorities
Of evidence, including his computer, were seized. It hasn't been released, however, what exactly. They had been in there for almost 12 hours. And it was also reported that the LAPD had a special team in there with luminol looking for possible blood in the home. On September 17th, David's parents' home in Houston, Texas was swatted.
Waller County Sheriff's Office.
Hello, I need...
Somebody was dead. Is there somebody else that lives on? No. There was a person that were there. You know what I mean? Someone's missing. It seems like a...
Thank you,
Tidbit.
You've been in a car accident? Sit down, take a breath, and for the love of your bank account, don't call your insurance yet. Give me...
Was that the owner of the rental where David was living? Now, the owner of that house didn't know who David was. You never heard of him. Didn't know David was living there. The rental house, the agreement for that house had been signed by
his
Josh
manager.
Marshall, who was David's manager. And after all this
Told
came
you.
out, David swiftly left and has gone to ground somewhere, probably somewhere in LA or in Houston, Texas. But anyways,
probably in
the
Texas.
property owner, they hired a private investigator. Why they hired a private investigator to investigate the case when, this is already a police matter, I'm not too sure. The private investigator would say that the homeowner of that rental where Celeste may have been living, may have died, wanted to know exactly how the house was linked to the case. So, I don't know, maybe they could sue David or something. Because everybody's a vulture, it seems. By the way, also, that house, you know how much the rent was? It was 20 grand.
20 grand for rent? Oh, hell nah, bro. Hell nah. They were ripping that dude off.
To live
20K
in
a
that house.
month?
We truly are in the age of people being greedy enough to ask for it and stupid enough to pay it.
20K a month for rent. What the fuck?
that we have that shows her alive
Fuck no.
is January
Fuck
2nd,
no.
2020.
My boy, I sleep outside. Fuck no. $20K a month? Fuck no.
Medical examiner has said she was in a very advanced.
Bro, I don't even make $20K in a week. The fuck, let alone a month.
PI would reveal the last time
A
Celeste
month?
had been seen alive was January 2nd, 2025. That is a long
crazy to
time before
me.
she was found. 9 months.
You got people charging
PI would
$20K a
also
month for
reveal that
rent.
the
People
Tesla
actually
in question
buying that shit.
starting
The
in
fuck?
May of 2025,
Yes.
had been
No.
parked at a few different spots around the neighborhood.
That's why
Before
rent's so
finally,
fucking
on
high.
July 29th, was left in its final spot where it would later be towed from, which is, coincidentally, that date. That's when everybody started leaving LA for David's tour. So
That's weird.
possibly David could have been the one moving that car. After all.
Obviously, he knew.
That car, starting in May, was parked at a few different areas around that neighborhood.
Yeah.
And ultimately,
Like I said, I think David was going to take care of that body, but he ended up forgetting, and he thought he had more time than what he did because of the tour, and they ended up towing that car and all that,
July 29th.
Yeah, David knew, though.
Final,
He
party
knew.
stop Bluebird. And
He
this
knew she
happens
was.
to be
He knew that she died. He knew that she was in that car. He knew, allegedly. He knew she was chopped up. There's no. He knew. It was just the timing. The timing was bad. His tour was coming up, and
the same day that they're leaving on a tour bus to begin the tour for David's, tour.
she was a weirdo.
The remainder of David's tour canceled last month.
They're probably, relying on toxicology to better understand exactly what happened, which means it could be an accidental overdose with a really bad decision made afterwards.
It doesn't matter if it was an accidental. It doesn't matter. Even if it was an accidental overdose, that doesn't excuse you chopping her body up and not saying nothing about it.
All over the wazoo.
And you
The police
dating
don't
her.
know, like, who
The
was the last
fuck?
person inside the car? Who was the last person to be driving it? They must be able to tell from the cameras, but they're keeping everything pretty close to the chest at this point. Like everything in this humdinger of a twisted tale, the police have said, jack shit. The private investigator, by the way, Steve Fisher, he would claim, he'd learned more from his contacts within the force about some of the items the police had seized from that rental home, when the police searched it after the body was found. And he would say, quote, "There were some items at the house that were still in their original manufacturing packaging that had been delivered that have no use in a home in the Hollywood Hills. These are items that belong more on a farm than in a home." It would make
No. He discovered multiple tools normally used on farms that claim could be used to get rid of a body. I wonder why David has tools like that in the house. I know he's not a gardener. I know there ain't no farms in California, especially in the Hollywood Hills, because I ain't never seen one. I ain't never seen a farm in the Hollywood Hills. So why does he have those type of tools? I wonder, huh? Oh, he just got discovered with the body and it was chopped up? Huh. Maybe David did have something to do with it, huh? LAPD, you're a fucking idiot.
even own these things, saying they were sadistic and tools to get rid of a body.
They were disturbing items.
And Fisher told KTLN.
Huh. They found disturbing items in the house, but David's not somehow arrested. Huh. I wonder how that works. He's just allowed to walk free after being in a relationship with the minor. I wonder how that works. No charges have been filed yet. Not even solicitation with the minor. I'm like, there's all these things that you could prove, but he hasn't been charged with anything. That's like, huh? I'm like this, bro. Every time I wake up and I see David still out, I'm like, he's still out? Even after all the pictures, the body, the text messages, His Discord getting erased for some odd reason? Huh? Like what? This
Found
shit.
items that could be linked to the crime. Items left behind by
This shit proves that don't let yourself be a poverty runaway, because they will not give a fuck about you if you're in a relationship with the artist and you're a minor. Clearly they don't give a fuck.
Even after a search of the property.
There's some items, some physical items that I unfortunately can't disclose, but they are significant because they could be something that could have been used in a plan to actually get rid of her body.
Huh. And she was just randomly chopped up in front of his in his Tesla. Huh.
That is
I
probably
wonder who did that.
sort of dumbest shit I've ever heard. That could literally be anything, by the way. He's just being purposely vague. I mean, that could be a fork. This is sadistic and could be used to get rid of a human body. You know what else could be? Celeste's body was released to her family on September 23rd. However, by that time, the authorities still hadn't determined a cause of death. In fact, to date,
They still
it hasn't
don't.
been determined at all. No one knows how she actually died or was killed.
They just know that there's a
She was
body there.
determined to not be pregnant, though, as you know, some people were thinking maybe that's a possible motive for her death, was that this underage girl gets pregnant and
Nah.
Rockstar doesn't want his career ruined. Yada,
Nah,
yada, yada,
I
you
think
know?
she just overdosed. I don't think that she was gonna ruin his career. I think they just had a crazy night. She just ended up ODing. David didn't want to get in trouble. Homeboy's career is about to take off. He's about to have this crazy world tour. He just headlined for SZA not that long ago. Obviously, this guy, not to be like, you know, he has so much to lose. Obviously, he's going to do the most to not lose it, bro. So he chopped her up. Allegedly.
There, but she wasn't. Now, this case has been slower than molasses, but as you can imagine, with such celebrity tied up on it, and the sheer amount of internet-ness associated to the case, like David was self-admittedly chronically online, from YouTube to TikTok to the Discord, so the evidence trove here is
I know,
extensive, I would say. Big. It's bigly. So the hubbub around this case has reached fever pitch. David, meanwhile, has gone to ground. All of the brand campaigns that he was supposed to be a part of, which were meant...
It's over. All his Hollister brand, his Crocs, his Fortnite collab. Poof! Gone.
Many, as you know, a lot of brands would want to attach themselves to
Gone.
rising star. I mean, not anymore. As I said, the Withered tour was... It was accidentally a funeral tour for his own career because all campaigns just dropped him. All these celebrities, buddies, rubbing elbows with him. All
Literally.
Like a bad habit as well. Now, initially...
That's like all his little buddies that were all, I'm friends with David. I know David. Let's have a stream with David. Y'all, David is not my friend. I had no idea what David was doing. And I support David at no cost. I do not support that at all. Even though we just partied a week ago. Even though we just had a stream a couple weeks ago. Even though you did see me make a song with them 4 months ago. I have no idea David did that. I am not friends with David at all. Even though I went to Coachella with David. Even though you have pictures with me with David at parties together. But I had no idea. David is not my friend. He is not my friend. I had no idea that David was doing that. That is sick, y'all. Sick. How could you tie me to that? There's pictures of you guys together. Songs. Streams.
He would say they had no...
You're sick for attaching my name to David. Why would you do that?
Case, which, okay.
Shit's crazy.
Saying they didn't have a cause of death, so no idea if this was a homicide or no. But likely concealing a dead body was...
Yeah, we're the sick ones. I'm the sick one for trying to hold people accountable for their actions. I'm the sick one. And y'all the sick ones for excusing that type of behavior and trying to say, yeah, you know what, it's alright. They didn't know you.
But I mean, as I said,
yeah,
she didn't dismember herself. With someone as high
Shit's
profile
crazy.
as David, though, it makes sense.
That's not weird at all. His most viewed song is him trying to get rid of a body. That's not weird at all. Huh.
All of this. They would really make sure that they have their ducks in a row before they do anything. As time went on, though, the police would say, actually, you won't believe it. David is not actually cooperating with the investigators at all.
Well, no shit.
As the investigation continues, the cause of death was now listed as deferred, which means they haven't found it yet. They are still working on it, and they're also still awaiting a toxicology report. However, they would say that whomever done this, it's racking my brains. I wonder who that means. Whomever did this, they likely had help. Dismembering.
Huh. They had help? The murderer had help killing that little girl, huh? I wonder how they found that out. Fucking stupid.
And disposing of this young teen's body.
Yo,
Now to some.
I don't know who's in law enforcement, but y'all, bro, y'all need to do a better job. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Breaking news.
It's like right there in your face.
Considered a suspect in the death
Right there in your fucking face. It's like right there. It's like the police are like, they're looking at people beating at a fucking horse and they're just looking at them. Well, we'll determine it in a couple of years if it's worth beating the horse. Everybody's beating the horse though. You see everybody doing it. We'll determine in a couple of years. We still gotta gather evidence.
Hernandez, a source with knowledge of the investigation, telling Eyewitness News.
In late November, David was, well, I mean, police didn't...
How much more evidence do you need? Like, what?
He was a suspect, but they didn't officially label him a suspect either. But, I mean, he is. Like, we all already know that...
We know he's a suspect, and then they barely mention he's a suspect. We've been known. We know. No shit. Who else would it be? This girl's 14. She's not running no cartel. Who hates her? Nobody. She barely even goes to school, so who's gonna not like her?
Bye, have a great time.